I'm excited to be here today representing Canva. We're really excited to talk about the Canva and Schoology integration and what we can do from an integration perspective and help support you in the classroom. So I'm going to turn over to Brittany for a quick minute to do a quick brief introduction on the Schoology side.
Hi, everyone. Children, families, and teachers today have ever-expanding and unique needs, such as visual communication and collaboration tools to support both student and parent engagement. Engagement is a need that is more important than ever in our current educational environment. So as educators strive to build and deliver personalized instruction that addresses unfinished learning and meets the needs of the whole child, we are excited to partner with Canva today. Having said that, today is a perfect day to highlight the great things that our partner Canva has been accomplishing in K-12 education. PowerSchool values our relationship with Canva as this partner fulfills an important need that improves classroom content planning for educators. Canva is a dynamic design platform that allows teachers to build a variety of supplemental content, allowing for efficient workflows through the use of templates that support the development of lessons, learning materials, and activities. With an integration in place with Schoology Learning, teachers can now create and leverage Canva for their everyday classroom needs. By adding Canva for Education to the Schoology App Center, teachers will be able to create and share lessons, activities, and projects with their students, review assignments, and facilitate student collaboration. Single sign-on makes it easy for teachers and students to share work created in Canva seamlessly within Schoology Learning. Canva for Education enables easy content creation for all staff, teachers, and students, and best of all, it's 100% free. With that, I will pass it back to Jason Wilmot, who will take us through some important information on how you can leverage this tool for your district today. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Brittany. And my name is Jason Wilmot, and I'm the head of education. We've got Danica on the line who's going to share from a teaching perspective. She's representing Houston, and we're excited to have her on the call to kind of go through what Canva can be used for in the classroom. We also have Daniela on the call who's going to be moderating the chat. So while I'm going through the agenda, I'd love people just to put your comfort level with Canva. If you are never used Canva, don't have an account, feel free to put a 0. If you've used it a few times, love it, feel free to put a 5. If you are an expert at it and want to take over and present on my behalf, put a 10, and I'll turn over the reins to you. So while I'm going through the agenda, we'd love to hear where you're at with Canva. Once again, 0, 5, 10. 10 is you're taking over for me and I'm walking away. 0 is you're excited to be here and you never have heard of it. But while you guys drop those in, so Daniela can take a peek where you're at, today's agenda, we're going to talk a little bit about what is Canva for Education. Then we're going to go into how do you actually set up Canva with Schoology. And then we're going to talk about creating and sharing assignments in Schoology with Canva. And then Danica's going to take it over and really share what you can actually create in Canva for Education and some amazing things that she's doing and teaching teachers to do. So that's today's agenda. So as we get started here, really Canva as a company is all about empowering creativity and collaboration in every single classroom. It's really about that visual communication that we're trying to teach students to be better visual communicators. And when you think about that, Canva for Education is the visual communication platform. As Brittany said, it's 100% free for K-12 districts, school systems, teachers, administrators, and students. We are on a mission to be a force for good, and that is part of our mission, is to provide this amazing tool at no charge to all K through 12 or primary and secondary education schools, school systems, teachers, admins, anybody associated that we can provide and get this in the hands to increase student learning outcomes. Now, what is Canva for Education? I have a lot of calls to ask me, like, what is Canva for Education versus Pro versus free versus enterprise? And really, when you think about Canva for Education, I'll start with our free product. Our free product gives you access to a ton of templates, tons of free photos, graphics, and you can collaborate in real time. When you think about our paid product, that's when you get access to our entire photo library, which has over 75 million premium templates, photos, fonts, videos. You get 100 gigabytes of cloud storage. You get the cool tools like background removal, magic resize. You get brand kits so you can keep your school district or your classroom on brand. That is a paid feature. Now, when you look in the middle and you think about what we're giving away, we're giving everything in free, everything in pro. Then we've also enabled single sign-on. We've also enabled the LMS integration with Schoology. We've also enabled professional development resources, some self-help guides. So you can see that we're not just giving you the paid stuff for free. We're giving you education materials. We're giving you connections to really help you in the classroom engage with students and teach them to be better visual communication. Now, when you think about some of the key features, so obviously we talked a lot about it. We're giving you guys free Canva Pro access, but there's a lot more, right? When you think about the group activities you can do, the project-based learning with student collaboration, we've seen tens of 20s and 30s students collaborate real time on an individual template. Talking presentations. How many of you guys have done a present or meet the teacher or meet the student or back to school where you're having them do a quick video? Awesome. You can do videos and you can add pictures and elements about how their summer was. You can introduce yourself as a teacher using amazing video and text elements. Background remover, it's one of the most favorite features in all of Canva. You can quickly remove the background. I did this for my son's all-star baseball team. We took a picture. I removed the background with one click. A lot of other tools may take hours to do that if you're a photographer. We are COPA and FERPA compliant. We've signed a ton of data privacy agreements. We're actually part of the National Data Privacy Agreement and signed that across 13 different states. So we want to be safe for students. That is top of mind for us. And then as we've talked about, the LMS integration with Schoology, and you can see once again, we're going to focus on that integration. The other thing we've got are these ready-to-use templates, and Danica's going to talk a lot about this, so I won't spend much time on this. But when you think about what Canva is doing, we are hiring teachers to publish templates that are education specific, whether that be lesson plans, worksheets, meet the teacher posters, classroom rules. I just saw today on one of our internal announcements, I'll leak it. We just announced a ton of district and school-wide templates. So if you want to do a school-wide newsletter, if you want to do a student certificate of the month, we've got tons of templates for that as well coming later that you'll see. Now, how do you sign up? So for those of you who put 0 in the chat window, and hopefully Danielle is monitoring that chat window for me and she can drop some links into this as well. But there's a couple ways to sign up. If you just go to canva.com/edu-signup, you can sign up now as a teacher. You can validate your teaching credentials. We'll get you a free account, no issues, no questions asked. You'll also see on our webpage, if you go to canva.com/education, for those district or school administrators or school system administrators, we can sign your entire district up. We can sign your entire school system up. We're signing up tens of districts every single day now, and you can see that people are engaging us in terms of we want our entire district. We want everybody in the district to have access, every student, every teacher, every admin, every staff. We're happy to get you that set up. And it's really part of the Schoology integration, which I'm going to talk about in a bit as well. So what does district enablement actually mean? So if you contact us, what are we going to actually help you do? As Brittany said, single sign-on. So single sign-on is the first most important thing we can do with the district to get everybody access to Canva for Education. No more remembering logins, no more remembering passwords. It's just easy. Students, once again, we will connect with your, whether it's Azure Active Directory, your Google Workspace, or if you use tools like ClassLink, we can actually connect via SSO there. And that, once again, is providing every individual at your school system, at your school, at your district, at your private school, access to Canva for Education. It also allows you to have this centralized management and control. So whether you're a teacher, whether you're a tech instructor, it allows you to have control of what's happening like a brand kit or brand assets. The third thing here is we're going to provide you some free professional development partnership. We've got webinars we can do. We've got engaging materials we'll send you. And then obviously ongoing strategic support, personalized reporting, analysis, who's using the tool, how they're using it. We have tons of cool district-wide features coming. And that's really when you think about that district enablement and setting up your district, that's really what we want to support. But for those of you who are teachers on the call, that's awesome. Feel free to sign up as an individual teacher. You can invite your whole classroom. You can invite other classrooms to it. And once again, Danica's going to show us some amazing ways to use Canva in the classroom. All right, so how do you connect Canva with your school or district learning management system? So when you think about it, for schools and districts, when you want to enable the LMS integration in Canva, first off, you're going to sign into your Canva account. We hope this is your admin account because once again, if you're a teacher and you are an administrator in Schoology, that's fine. Or if you're an administrator and you have access to only your course, that's fine. But if you're a teacher and you open it up for everybody at the district, they're all going to be logging into your Canva account. So feel free to contact myself. I'll have my email address. Daniela can put it in there as well. I have a couple people on my team that can help get this set up. But once again, we want to make sure that this is a school or district Canva account. Still free, no charge there. You just have to make sure we get that set up. So in Canva, you're going to go to the account settings tab, billing and teams. You're going to enable LTI integration. That's where you're going to find the consumer and shared secret key, which when you hear the word consumer and shared secret key, you know it's going to be something special. You're going to take that, you're going to put it over into, once again, you're going to move that into Schoology to where then you can actually set it up. So step 2 here is you're going to launch Canva for Education. You're going to install an LTI app. Hopefully you guys are familiar with this. Schoology does an amazing job with external applications. And then once again, you're just going to add the app to the organization. Once you do that, that's where you'll add in the consumer and the shared secret key. You'll click install and submit. You can add it to all your courses or just course admin only. And once you've got that, boom, the magic happens. You'll see Canva for Education in the sidebar of each course. And once again, when a teacher logs in to Schoology, clicks Canva for Education, they now have access to Canva for Education 100% free with just a few clicks. Once again, if you need help or you get stuck, please contact me. I'll leave this on the screen for 10 seconds or so, but you feel free, and Daniela can put my email address as well as Andy Shaw's email address. We are here to help you on that connection and that setup. So if you are interested in setting this up, please let us know immediately. We're happy to help get on a call with you, walk you through if you get stuck. Now, how do teachers and students use Canva and Schoology in an integrated workflow? Well, when you think about it, for teachers and students, once again, Canva for Education has been added on that left sidebar. So now what happens is they can actually join Canva for Education just by clicking that. And when they click that, that's actually when they're getting a Canva for Education account. So if you don't have an account yet, that's okay. Schoology LTI integration enables that account in Canva for Education, and you can see right there, it'll be there for you. So step 1, when you think about embedding Canva content into Schoology assignment instructions. So if you're a teacher, once again, you can now share these designs in your assignment instructions. So you'd log into the Schoology LMS, and yes, this video is very fast. I was told that yesterday. But once again, you'll select the course, you'll click Add Materials, then you'll select Add Assignment. So you can see that you're now adding the assignment. You'll actually add a Canva design as your assignment. So you can see here that I'm adding it. I'm selecting Canva for Education. I'm picking a design that I want as an assignment. Once again, I've got the assignment I'm going to select here, animal cells. I'm going to publish to Schoology. Once again, you're never leaving Schoology, and that's what's really important. And so you can either select a design you already created or you create a new design. It's all up to the teacher in terms of how much creativity you want these students to have. And once again, finish assigning to this all by clicking Create in the Schoology workflow. So the beauty of this is you're not leaving Schoology. You're not having to open up another window to open up Canva for Education. You're staying within Schoology. Then step 2 is the students actually complete the assignment. So the students will be logging once again into their Schoology LMS. They'll select course. They'll see what their assignment is. To complete that assignment, the student will click on Canva. You can see that left-hand nav window, and we'll stop and watch this video again because it's just on a loop. You can see Canva for Education, launch the app. I can now complete the app that I'm supposed to be doing. And once again, I can actually send this to the teacher right then and there, or I can once again post a link if I want feedback on it with other students as well. So this is a really easy workflow, once again, where students aren't getting lost. Students don't have to open up new windows. They stay, once again, within Schoology. And I think that's really important in today's day and age. What you're seeing is, you don't want students having to navigate between 50 different apps. You want them in a hub, which is Schoology, and then actually accessing the application from Schoology. Awesome. And we will send these slides out so you can have them. Now, students, so you can, now teachers, once their student has submitted the work, they can actually review the designs directly in Schoology. They can add comments, they can add text, they can actually grade the assignment in Schoology. So you can see that this is giving the instant feedback to the student on the actual assignment itself. But the teachers, once again, are staying within Schoology. They don't have to open up Canva for Education to review every single student design. They, once again, can do that all within Schoology, and that's what's amazing about this integration. The other thing that we didn't touch on a lot of that I think is pretty cool is add Schoology buttons, course cards, profile pictures. Make your Schoology profile engaging. Students love this. They love to open up an engaging workflow in Schoology. So if you as a teacher navigate to Canva and you go to Schoology course cards, you just type that in, you can see that we have templates that you can use. You don't need to recreate it. You can change the colors, you can change the elements, you can change the name, obviously, and you can change it around, but use it as a starting point. It allows you to create basically a great visual communication right on the Schoology platform. And once again, you can just add buttons and different things and different elements to make that course page more engaging, whether it's math, science, history. I know a lot of you teachers teach a lot of different subjects. You are now allowed to it's quick and easy to create your own template. All right, so I am now going to turn it over to Danica on the creating and teaching in Canva. Danica, I'm going to go on mute and I will drive for you.
Sure. Hi, everybody. Go ahead and press next for me, Jason. My name is Danica Botts. 10 years in the classroom as an 8th through 12th grade social studies teacher in both Louisiana and Texas. From teaching social studies, I became a digital learning coach, K through 12, and now I am an instructional designer in Houston, Texas for Region 4 Education Service Center. So really excited to share with you guys kind of twofold how I've seen it, how I've used it, how I've worked with teachers in the classroom in Canva, and then working at a district level, how we've used it for our advertisements and presentations there. So let's go, Jason. Bring your ideas to life with over 60,000 high quality education templates. So again, this session is a what you can create, not so much a how. If you want to contact, then hey, I am Teaching in Chucks on Twitter, and I'd love to give you more of a deep dive there. So next slide. In thinking about just going back to school, how do we use Canva to set the tone for what's going to happen? So I love these Meet the Teacher templates, and you can do a static picture, but I just took out my phone, recorded a quick 30-second video introducing myself. How about that as something to send to your parents, send to your teachers? Anything you can think of, Canva already has it ready to go for you. So just pick a theme and customize it, edit it with your class rules. And I found these by going to templates, education, and then going through their mini classroom decor kits. Use these to make your anchor charts. There's one coming up in here for your classroom, your calculator. What are the tips and tricks for using your calculators in your classroom? So I love the idea of having that just to set your foot forward, setting the tone, and letting people know what to expect before day one even starts. So let's go on. Parent communications. We know that, one of the secrets of a strong school year is letting parents know that they are your partners, keeping them step by step abreast of what's happening in your classroom day one. So parent communication tools, you have these easy newsletter templates, you have Instagram templates that you can easily customize, and those are just under marketing. Choose any kind of posters. We know that they'll look at it if it's more than just something we made in Word with some clip art. I mean, these fonts, these pre-made themes already together for you. If you don't have a design eye, Canva will do it for you, no problem. Next, let's move on. So when they come into your classroom, let's talk about how we can use Canva to set the agenda. I love these agenda templates that are already ready to go. You find these by going to templates, the business section under presentations, and then you can filter by education. I want my students, I want my parents, I want my administrators to know what's happening in my classroom when they hit the door. So this is my first slide, and you take this and you customize it. edit it, and then drop that into your Schoology homepage or in your Nearpod or on your Pear Deck slide deck. There was just an example there with a teacher pointing at the board. What I even like about the character options in there is you can customize their skin tone, which is, important for teachers of color, to be able to edit. You can edit anything. It doesn't have to stay with the template that's given you. So yeah, make her skin a little bit darker if that better represents you. I love the ability to, how they thought through how you can customize. So moving on, that's how you can set the agenda. When you're ready for your students to get together, work together, collaborate, they have these interactive whiteboard templates. If you're working with your team or high school students, you can do a SWOT analysis or something more easy that works across all levels. What I wish you knew about me, a great day one activity. Write down one word describing how you feel about this school year, and everyone can work in the same whiteboard activity together. Cause and effect. Again, there's a SWOT analysis again. Super easy to just take these sticky notes that you see here, move them around, edit the text that's on top of them. So many great strategies already there. Customize, fit your needs. Your entry and exit tickets. So how do I assess learning from the beginning? How do I know what you already know about this topic? How do I see what you've learned by the time we're finished with class together? I like this quote poster. Give me one quote that stuck with you and give me an image that represents what we've talked about today. What if you were to make a newsletter summarizing, 5 takeaways? Redesign your own book cover based on this character's perspective. These are already done. Swap out the text, swap out the images. Give me one fact. Did you know, based on what we studied today? Here is an activity about their summer. How did you spend it? They drop in their own images, write their own text on top. Pre-made worksheets that are so easy to customize. Resilience strategies. How are you going to stay focused this year? Those are great discussion topics. And I love the pre-made spaces so that everyone in class can use one together. All right, so those are some quick and easy ideas for entry and exit tickets. I love this Instagram template where we could say, create a conversation between 2 book characters, 2 historical characters, and just manipulate those text boxes that they already have there for you. Create a conversation. All right, moving on, Jason. I mentioned in the lesson how you already have these teaching resources inside of Canva. Check out their worksheets, check out their slide decks that are already pre-made. Things like teachers pay teachers are great resources, but as teachers, you don't want to get yourself into copyright trouble by, reproducing those things. If you build it within Canva, start with one of their templates, then you already have permission with Pro. You don't have to worry about, is this going to get out? I've been using something that I only have one right to. With what you create in Canva, you have permission to reproduce for your classroom. So that's one way to keep yourself safe. And remember digital citizenship. So, next. Hundreds of pre-made slide decks, whatever theme you have going on in your classroom, easy to be eye-catching and engaging without worrying about, I don't have a design eye, I don't know how to match colors together. They did it for you. Templates for elementary, middle, high school, and every subject in between. So definitely go out and check these out, explore them. Next. All right, how do we use Canva to create a culture of recognition and celebration in your classroom? All of these templates are where you want to get to know your students, where you can highlight your students. From everything to super spelly, it just doesn't have to be academic. This is my student of the month, and all I have to do is grab a picture of Tom, drop it in there, add a text box, and type out a few words about why Tom is amazing. Here's Diane. Swap out that image, and you can create these. You can edit these from your cell phone too. The Canva app is amazing. I do lots of work just on my cell phone. With this image, I'm thinking of your club sponsors, your cheerleading coach, your athlete of the week, a quote from the senior of the week as you're celebrating them. And that is my own little girl, student of the month, Jolie Botts. So yeah, love all of these templates for recognizing and celebrating your students. Next up, Jason. Zoom backgrounds. So if you're teaching in a completely virtual environment, how do you still manage that? In class, face-to-face, we have student jobs. You can still replicate that within a virtual environment. So I searched Zoom virtual backgrounds, and then I thought about the roles that we have face-to-face. How would I do that in a virtual environment? I still want a reporter, someone who's responsible for summarizing key parts of the lesson. I still want a timekeeper to make sure that we're only in breakout rooms for 10 minutes and then we all come back. A chat manager like Daniela is doing for us right now. It's that student's job to keep track of that. So you create these and then you send them to them, and they change their background in Zoom or in Teams, and they're super easy to use. These Zoom backgrounds that you create don't just have to be static too. I love these animated graphics that Canva has pre-built in. I didn't do anything but grab a background, color it, and put some text on top. Again, in Houston, we're all about NASA and space. So a compliment, a virtual badge you could give to your students is tell him or her that they are rocking it. So I found this animated graphic of a rocket taking off, put some text on top, and then I found an image of a kid and use that background remover tool to remove background he was in. Here's something more elementary, smart as a bee. So just a great way to create a class culture of just recognizing the smallest things. So yeah, love those virtual badges that you can do with Canva. Next, Jason. All right, so transitioning to kind of talk about how I've used Canva at a more district level, school level. So at the beginning of the year, we're getting ready to get our online classes together, and we need to talk about accessibility, how we design our courses through Schoology, through Canvas, through Google Classroom, so that it's usable for all users. So here's an infographic that I made reminding teachers about accessibility. And I could have put them through a long lecture about it, or I could condense it down and give you the high points and include some graphics, and even go a step further with making this interactive by embedding hyperlinks on the part where we talk about images or video, where they can click on it and it goes out to a video about accessibility. It goes out to a video about how to use and properly label your text with all images. So those are just some quick infographics that I've made with Canva. Moving on. More infographics teaching about copyright, the difference between remote learning and face-to-face learning. And these are just templates that I searched infographics and put my text on top of. Yeah, you were fine to move on. How do we in the district advertise trainings that we have coming up? So here at Region 4, we have some trainings all month on different Microsoft tools. I searched infographic. I saw that we had four tools that we were doing. And wouldn't you know it, I found an infographic that had 4 bars, which is super easy for me to replace the text, add an image, and put registration information. You could even go a step further on the right here, the Microsoft Sway session that we have today. That's an Instagram template. You can use the GIF, the animation features within Canva to kind of make it pop more, making the text come in and slide out. You see the Sway image kind of has this zoom enlargement feature to it. And then last week I did a session on Canva. So replacing, again, that's the Instagram square filter. Those are so easy to customize. So that's how we use that at a district level. Next up, Jason. I'm thinking about here, again, back to Zoom backgrounds. You have an ARD meeting coming up. You want your staff to all look presentable, to all look on brand while you're in that meeting together. So what about, having a standard Zoom background for when you're in those formal meetings with counselors or parents or whomever. So this is one where my director and coordinator and so I made the Zoom background and I put our logo, our company logo, plus our titles, our email, our social media, and our contact information. And you in your ARD meeting, the parent doesn't have to say, well, how do I contact this specialist? It's right there on their background. I use that for open house, for parent nights, if you're doing them virtually. That's just a great way to look professional and all be on one page. So gotta love those. So let's say we had our launch of our Girls Who Code initiative. This is a video that I made just in Canva. Grabbed some images from the Girls Who Code website, found these fun animated graphics in the back, but that's not the only ones they have. You can auto resize if you're putting this on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram and TikTok. Those templates are ready to go. Just pop in your information. Thanks. And so here's another ad I made for some virtual PD we have coming up. This is the Instagram template, super easy to do. One thing that I feel like is a secret weapon in Canva for me personally is the stock video library. So if I search, you see this girl with headphones on and she's got a pen in her hand. If I search teacher with iPads, I get this great video. If I search kid homeschool, I get those videos. So drop those in plus a stock image and everything I need is right there. I don't need another subscription to Getty or to pull in Pixabay. It's all inside of Canva for me. Next, Jason. Social media shout outs. So as a digital learning coach within our team, we want to be able to shout out the great things that are happening on our campuses. So we were working with a group of teachers in Galveston, and this is me taking a screencast of our Zoom meeting, and just to kind of congratulate them for the hard semester of coaching and peer leadership and tutoring that we were doing with them. Here's the Instagram template. I searched the frame, cell phone frame that was in Canva, dropped in the screencast and put a banner across the top. Tweeted that out, Facebook, and we have a great relationship with that school district now. This is a social media post for an individual teacher who went above and beyond, and in Algebra 1 created a whole test bank of Algebra 1 questions and put them inside of their learning management system for the entire district to use. So to go and do something like that unprompted, yeah, that definitely deserves to be shouted from the rooftop. So I captured his course card from his Canvas course. I put the school logo on top of it, and that blue, that white, that background, that's Canva, and just pop the text in and use the pop animation effect. And he feels loved and appreciated and recognized. So that's it. Back to you, Jason.
Danica, that's amazing. Some just amazing uses, as you can see, in Canva for education, and all the different ways you can use it as a teacher, at a district level, for your students. And once again, as it relates to assigning assignments to students, it's so easy in Schoology. You just click that external application there, and it unlocks everything Danica showed you all within one.